Okay, well, let's see what we have. Okay, pretty close. Alright, well, let's get him with a charge shot. Got him. And Bill's armor. Okay, disengage. And he fell off, okay. Okay, well, that just happened. So, today I'm bringing this build, mainly focused on the Aurora Lightwave cannons and the Aurora shotguns. So the main focus on this build is the Aurora Lightwave cannon. They got buffed in 1.03.1, and the energy firearm spec now applies to these rear weapons. So the damage now gets buffed if you use the correct generators. They also got the decrease in energy loadout, making it a lot easier to put these on different builds. And for the arm weapons, I chose double Werger shotguns. Like, I mainly want to keep my distance while firing off these Aurora Lightwave cannons. But if people get too close, I can just pepper them with the shotguns. For the head, I use the Alva. For the core, the Ephemerida. You kind of have to use these on energy builds because of the generator output. Of course, Nachtrider arms and Nachtrider legs for very good jumping. For FCS, I actually went with the missile lock, with the highest missile lock correction of 150 P10 SLT. So I'm using this because the main focus is using the Aurora Lightwave cannons and not the shotguns. And since they're shotguns, you don't need that much tracking anyway. For the generator, the 150 energy firearm spec, P20B. And for the expansion slot, I actually use pulse protection. It gives a lot of cover for a long time, and you can just stay inside while spamming the Aurora Lightwave cannons. And if the enemy gets close because they want to enter your bubble, you can actually hit them a lot with the shotguns. So let's head to the matches. Okay, so the first opponent uses an RF and a Harris rifle and 2 dual missile launchers. So right at the first encounter, I'm in for a rough start. Right after we both fire missiles, he lands me with his linear rifle, causing me to get stunned, and I take a full missile barrage to the face. Luckily, he does not seem to be able to capitalize too much on the impact, but I'm still behind quite a lot. So now that his impact bar is almost full, I fire off my pulse protection. And right as I tried to go in, well, I disengaged, but ended up being an assault armor. And then I land in the wrong place and I almost fall off the map, completely resetting the fight. So as we're in our little skirmish trading shots and missiles, I end up getting pretty close to him, so I start shooting my shotguns as well. And I get a couple of good hits in, which lead me to stun him. And I'm nowhere near my overload, so I got a lot of good direct hits in. And the constant use of Aurora projectiles ended up finishing him off. For the next round, funny enough, the same thing happens. I get hit by a charged Harris shot, and I eat a lot of missiles. But funny enough, once again, I don't really get punched too much by it. And as I managed to stun him instead, I get hit by his assault armor as I try to close in, so I pop my own Pulse Protection. And I don't know what past Multicore was thinking, because while being in a very good position, for some reason I decided to not dodge 2 full missile barrages, face tanked them instead, and ended up losing the fight because of it. And then we have the third round, and guess what happens? That's right, I get hit by another charge linear shot. I don't actually get stunned, so I immediately pop my Pulse Protection, in which he responds with his assault armor, but he's not actually close enough. So I stun him pretty quickly in return and full send it from there on. Next opponent is also an Aurora user, but he's using twin pistols instead. Both fire at the same time. I, however, dodge the first 2 barrages. Then I stun him, but he's right above me and I'm out of energy, so I'm not able to follow up. And I slightly disengage to restore my energy, and both my missile barrages actually hit, so he's already down for a stun again. He pops his assault armor, but I'm not in reach, and I pop my Pulse Protection in return, effectively sealing the round. Next round. Trading blows pretty evenly, and I'm almost getting close to stunning him. However, because of the wall, I lose my soft lock and I'm unable to readjust fast enough, completely lose sight of the target, and he has free range to deal massive amounts of damage. I trigger my Pulse Protection. I trigger my Pulse Protection in the hope to restore footing. I end up pretty close, however, even stunning him, but his momentum ends up carrying him outside of the range of my shotguns, so I kinda missed the timing there, and I die. Round 3. So not wanting the same thing to happen as last round, I actually hard lock him this time. I just keep peppering him down. Assault armors. Then as I try to do my own expansion slot, my last barrage finishes the job. Yeah, and then for the last match we're actually going to have a rematch. And I'm trying to change my tactic a little bit. I immediately full send it right at the start, and it pays off, and it catches him off guard because I immediately stun him and do massive amounts of damage. Right after his assault armor, he however hits me with a full barrage and manages to deal massive amount of damage back to me. It's a short waiting game right after I pop my pulse protection, but I kind of decide I want to full send again and assault boost straight to his face, which pays off. So round 2, I didn't really know how I wanted to play this round today. I couldn't decide. Do I want to full send it? Do I want to skirmish? In the end, I ended up doing neither of the two, and being very undecisive. I attempted to dodge an Aurora barrage, ended up dodging it halfway, then assault boost at a terrible timing, so I still get hit by the barrage I tried to dodge. And I tried to pulse protection to get a little bit of safe space, which works for a little while until the opponent decides to go inside my bubble, and instead of holding ground I exit it, and while I do stun him, he pushes me out in the open with his assault armor, so then I'm dead in the open and I can't really do anything from there on. So yeah, I made a lot of mistakes here, and the opponent managed to capitalize on it. Then for the last round, I decided to play it a lot safer way. Get a pretty early stun in, forced out the assault armor, surprisingly hits me. Then I pop my barrier. Still trying to keep it safe. Just keeping a lot of distance. Charge my shotguns. Hitting with one charge, missed the second one, and then the Aurora ends the match. Do you want to see more PvP videos? Then click on this video somewhere here.